Hello, everybody. Hello. Guys, we had a mishap. You ever have a mishap? Not sure exactly what happened. I was playing the intro there. First of all, can everybody hear me? Can everybody see me? Want to make sure we're not having no glitches. I do see that we have Wolves Den Outdoors with us. Grumpy Grunt, Marino's Mysteries. I believe he was first, if I ain't mistaken. I've seen that message there. All right, we see you. All right, good deal. We had a little problem there. I don't know. You all probably seen that. I was playing the intro and then something just froze up. So we're good. We're good. That's great, guys. Thank you all for coming in. Daddy Duck 365. Hello, Matt. Good to see you, buddy. Grumpy Grunt, Marino's Mysteries, and Wolf's Den. Good to see all of y'all. Come on in. We got a pretty good show for you tonight, I think. I don't know. We might go an hour. We might go an hour and a half. Who knows? We'll see who all comes around and talks to us. But as you see behind me, I do have some Christmas decorations going on. Y'all like those? Let me know. That was right there on behalf of Miss Mandy, my lovely wife. Gave me some of these Christmas bulbs to go on. I know it's not Christmas yet, but it's on its way, guys. But had a little mishap to start off the show. That happens sometimes. We took last week off. We did not live stream last week, and sometimes you got to do that. We all know that. But thanks to each and every one of you that's come in. Wasn't sure even if I was going to live stream tonight, though. Before I had a bunch of things to get done. But all is well. Everything's good. Outdoors with Big Matt is with us. Hello to you, Big Matt. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yep, nice decor. Yep, exactly. But you know, it is Thanksgiving Eve, guys. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so this is titled Thanksgiving. That's what we're titling this live stream. This Dynamite Wednesday night. Jefferson Einstein, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. But yeah, Miss Mandy, she just, y'all probably could hear her. She's in the other room there in the kitchen, and she wanted me to let everyone know that she's busy right now doing some cooking. Doing some deviled eggs and macaroni salad and turkey, baked beans, different things like that. So we're going to have us a good Thanksgiving dinner in the morning, sometime tomorrow. Miss Cecilia's with us. Good to see you. Geo Outdoors. Geo Outdoors, here's humming. It could be from these earbuds I'm wearing with this microphone. I'm not sure. Let's see if we can get that humming out of the way, guys. Let's see if this helps. Guys, you hear any more humming? How's it sound now? I took the earphones out. Hopefully we have no echo, no humming. You have that sometimes with live streams, and none of us are perfect. You know, sometimes you can always do more with your quality, with video and audio, and we try to do our best. So, how is the audio now? I guess you can hear the pots and pans rattling in the kitchen. That stopped the humming. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's better. So, internal mic on the laptop is better than any mic at all, I guess. See, I had this little deal. These are just, look here, that's just earbuds. You can see that there with the little microphone going on. It worked pretty good. Maybe there's a short going on somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, Thanksgiving. What's everyone's favorite Thanksgiving dinner staple? I'm fond of turkey, and I like dark meat turkey. I like the legs and the dark meat. But also, my favorite thing is cornbread stuffing, cornbread dressing, whatever you want to call it. All you can do is try. That's exactly right, Gio. And, you know, they say sometimes you might want to take your live stream mobile. Do a mobile live stream out in the woods, out in your hunting blind, wherever that might be. You might not always have the best reception, but at least you're giving it a try, right? Pecan pie for the Wolf's Den. Hey, Greg O'Day, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dinner staple? pecan pie is good, but I mean, you know, we were going to go on to the desserts later on. We're talking about, you know, main dinner stuff. White meat turkey, cranberries, and homemade stuff in Miss Cecilia. Hey, that's great. Daddy Duck, he's usually duck hunting, and we all know that's true. So, Vagini sausage and crackers with some coffee. All right. Are you a black coffee man, Daddy Duck? Skip the rest, straight to pie. Don't fib. Daddy Duck said you was frying turkeys. Frying turkeys is good too. Like them. Small water charters, good to see you. But, you know, it's good to always reflect each year on giving thanks on different things. I mean, some out there might think, you know, the way things are going on in the world today, should you still give thanks? And, yeah, I think you should, you know. That's my opinion, my 2 cents. And, you know, weigh in on that if you would. I mean, you know, there's a lot of things going on. Skyrocketed prices and all kinds of stuff. There's stuff you can't get. We're about to run out of paint where I work at the hardware store. Pratt & Lambert paint. It's a brand, but we can't get it right now. Can't get the color to mix any paint. Can't get the paint, the bases. And so we're doing the best we can, and we're going, you know, to another brand that we can get for now. Frying turkeys tonight. All right, got 6 frying right now. That sounds good. Please remember to hit that thumbs up, if you will. It helps the channel out. Guys, we forgot to do this.
Your debut and Tales from the Holler.
But, little banner going there. We forgot to put that going down there. But yeah, we are on the road to 1K, guys. Before I hit the live button, I was at 953. So we're on a stride to that place. The 1K. And, you know, then we'll go on from there and see what happens. You know, I like doing this thing. I like doing this YouTube thing. And, you know, a lot of times it makes you not want to do it because, you know, there's all kinds of rules, terms of conditions, things like that. And, you know, different genres, different niches, it's hard to do different things. But with that being said, sometimes you just have a passion to do it. And whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or whatever it might be, you know, if you got a platform to put the creation that you like to put out, then, you know, by all means, go ahead. You know, that's just, you know, each person is different. Each person is different, for sure. But, yeah, we are on the road to 1K, and it's been a while getting there. I mean, you know, we've been doing this just a little over 2 years now or so. We wasn't on no heavy strides to get there to start with. I mean, we did put content out there very sparingly at times. Then here in the last year and a half, we started cranking out more content and things started looking up. And, you know, people started supporting the channel and this, that, and the other, and that's great. Damien, 984, good to see you. I think I missed you. Didn't see hello to you till now, but there you are. Hello to you. But, yeah, I do miss sometimes not going live when I do. You know, I like doing these Dynamite Wednesday nights. It could be about the outdoors. It could be about giving thanks. It can be about anything. And that's what I want to talk about right now is this Friday will be the first episode of the little vlog series we started, me and my wife. She's going to be a part of it quite often. Tales from the Holler. Of course, we're right here in Eastern Kentucky, up a holler, and it's going to be everyday life up a holler. You know, we're not going to be doing a daily vlog where it's going to be, you know, our everyday life, but we'll throw some more how-to stuff out there, you know, or a cleaning video. We might just sit here and clean inside our home. You never know. And Miss Mandy will be on there throwing out her little jokes and things like that. And everybody likes to laugh with Miss Mandy, of course. And we'll just see how it goes. You know, we'll go from there. But we want to do a little different type of series here on the channel. It won't be a gear review. It won't be any type of hiking video or wilderness skill or anything like that, but just everyday life up a good old Eastern Kentucky holler. Oh, Jefferson's going to have some prime rib. Prime rib. Yeah, that sounds good too. Why can't you have prime rib for
I'll take it.
Thanksgiving? Fish and lasagna. You know what? I have an uncle. He's Italian. His name is Martorana, Carmen Martorana, and he's a great guy. He is from the Pennsylvania area. They live in Florida now, but he told me that their Thanksgivings there were a lot, of course, a lot of Italian dishes. Time to chase geese in Quebec. That sounds good. But yeah, Tales from the Holler, talking about Thanksgiving. Let me know what you're giving thanks for this year, guys. If you want to chime in on that. Gio's asking about the watch hours. You know what? I'm not near where I need to be, and I mean, I'm around halfway there at the moment, but I won't have it at the time I hit 1K. I don't think, but I don't know when I hit 1K. But we're working on both as we speak. But I'm closer to the 1K than I am the watch hours. I'll put it that way. And I don't know why. I mean, I get views, decent views, and my analytics stay in the green, and it has for the last 6 to 8 months. Either hours pointing up in the green or check marked. I either get as much as I did the last month or more, and that's probably how it goes for a lot of channels, I'm sure, because everybody puts out great, decent content, and then that's all you can do. And if you get to a point to where you just don't want to do it no more, then you just don't do it no more, right? It ain't like it shouldn't feel like an obligation, I guess I should say. When it comes to feeling like an obligation, then maybe some people feel like that do become monetized and grow huge. Maybe they do feel obligated. Then they have sponsors, they have the partner program, this, that, and the other. But yeah, they answered the question. Watch hours I need. So if you want to grab a playlist, go ahead, watch it. Grab the Dynamite Wednesday Night playlist, because there's hours and hours of entertainment there, and we do the best we can. You got to have drive to survive. That's what I always say at the end of my videos, and I truly believe that. Be prepared and go outside. We got a good 12 people here in the chat. Things are looking great tonight. If anybody has any questions, any comments on what's coming up with the channel, or this, that, and the other, they want to throw out there about Thanksgiving, what they might buy on a Black Friday sale, throw it out there. Because, there'll be Black Friday sales soon. But that's I think when it comes to live streaming, you don't have to sit there. I mean, there's going to be bloopers. I mean, when it comes to live streams and you try to edit out every little flaw in a live stream, then you wouldn't have much left, I don't think. But that being said, there are funny moments that happen in live streams. Things people say, or guests you might have on, something they might say. You can take those little clips and mesh them together to make little highlight reels or whatever it is you want to call it, and make a decent video that way. By, re-downloading your content and then clipping out stuff, this, that, and the other. Greg is, I think I'm less than 400 needed. Wow, that's great, Greg. Hey, I appreciate it. The playlist, and I appreciate every view I ever get. But my whole thing about this, a lot of people, I'll go a little tirade here. Some of these channels, some channels out there do these little things where they'll have live streams they'll play people's videos, they'll roll a wheel or something like that, and they say they're going to react to your video or watch and grow, things like that. And those are all great. But a lot of times when you get subs from those, you don't have them the next day. That's almost like, and I guess you could almost say sub for sub, which YouTube really don't like. And not to get on a big tirade on that, but the thing is it just don't work. I mean, I've gained subscribers, supporters from streams like that. I've gained more growth organically by just other people putting my name out, sharing my videos on different platforms they have, plus me just putting it out myself and people coming in and watching, and then just being in certain live streams like Greg's or Daddy Duck's, where they're talking about a certain subject, but then I get mingling in with them with some of the people in the chat, and then they'll say I picked you up, and I'll say I'll return the favor, and then that's sub for sub, but still I'm there for life. I might not be able to watch. I might have to wait a month or two and grab your content and do a binge watch on it, and then some I try to watch each time it gets put out. But I do watch most everyone I'm subscribed to, especially the channels that are closer to my age as far as the channel, as far as growth and this, that, and the other. Now, the bigger channels that I've been subscribed to before I ever started one, I very seldom watch anything they put out anymore. I'm still subscribed to those channels, and there's channels that have to do with my niche, but there are also other upper echelon hunting channels, fishing channels, this, that, and the other, that I simply just don't watch anymore. And a lot of y'all out there that make content probably feel the same way, or somewhat. Wolf's Den Outdoors, let's see what he got to say. He said, well, as far as my channel goes, I've hit a rough patch, so I ain't been able to make any videos. I'm about to finish my GDL, that's great. And then it's off to college, that's great as well, so that I can hopefully make me a business. That's all great, Wolf's Den. There's no need to worry about a channel if you got that going on. And I'm sure everyone would agree with that. Okay, and then you continue on. That way you can put your channel and your business together. Well, there you go. You got that business going on, then you get that channel going. All right, sounds good to me. There you go, Daddy Duck. Yeah, exactly right. And I forgot to add that in. Of course, I got a full-time day job as well.
6 days a week.
Amen to that, sister. Y'all might have heard Miss Mandy there. Or 5.5. It's about
I work the same
just
amount.
4 or 5 hours on Saturday.
We both work the same.
That's exactly right. Her schedule is the same as mine, just in a different place.
I'm making chocolate pies now.
Greg says, I don't think a lot that pick me up in line stay a supporter and leave after getting their sub from me, but that's the name of the game. That's right. That's the name of the game. Daddy Duck, are you not doing your live stream, Wednesday night live stream tonight? In the blind? Is that right? I just realized I know you usually do. I do appreciate you being here, unless it's going to be a little later, but I do appreciate you being here with me. We've rambled on for 21 minutes now. Hopefully everyone's somewhat entertained, or at least they're able to talk amongst each other in the chat and listen to me ramble. I've always been a rambler. My fortune's been quite hard.
Don't embarrass yourself.
She gets on to me when I try to get the bluegrass going.
Don't embarrass yourself.
Oh, yeah, you're frying them turkeys. I forgot about that, yeah. Excuse me.
Done.
What's that, dear?
I'm done with the stuffing, macaroni, salad, baked beans. Now I'm moving on to pies.
She's moving on the pies, guys. We're moving on up to get a piece of the pie. Oh, yeah, exactly right. Definitely be harder if you was when you're homeless. Oh, yeah, Wolf's Den.
Sophie.
Frying them turkeys. I had fried turkey one time. And we are talking wild turkeys, right? I mean, that's what I had was fried wild turkey. So we are 100% sure that I sound better now than I did with that mic. Yeah, Gio knows how tough it is to make content. It's a full-time job. 60 hours a week. Oh gosh, guys. I got stuff falling out of my pockets. Bloopers everywhere. We're going to have to cut these out. But yeah, Gio, he was driving down the road and putting them shorts out. Little jam sessions. That's cool. I enjoyed those. Get to see them every morning. I said, what's he got playing this time, you know? It always be some hard rock song, so that's cool. Me and Gio, we get along good. I know we was going to do a collab forever, meet up and do some type of collab, me and Gio. And, it will happen. And I think, this 2022 might be looking up. I know Daddy Duck, he's been in my neck of the woods or close before with the Bickna Bunch and this, that, and the other. Maybe one day me and Daddy Duck can meet up. I've never been duck hunting, but I wouldn't care to go. Sounded good. All right. Well, it sounded a lot better than a humming sound, of course. Not sure exactly. I think the first time I ever used that mic, though, was a few weeks ago, and it sounded, I thought everybody said it sounded good. See, I had the ring light in front of me for a couple live streams, and a lot of people say that was humming. Maybe it wasn't the ring light. Maybe it was the earbuds the whole time. I mean, I don't know if the ring light helped. Hopefully we got good lighting going on right now. I mean, I just got my overhead light on right now. It's all here in this ceiling light. Miss Tina Ladybug, good to see you. Hello to you. Thanks for stopping in. Stay a while. Talk to us. Tell us what your favorite favorite food staple is for Thanksgiving and what you're thankful for. And we're going to get into another subject here in just a little bit. See, that's another important thing is to have some sort of talking points when you're doing live streams. You can roll off the chat, things like that, things people say. But have a few talking points. I mean, it's good. I mean, you can fly off the cuff the best you can. Ad-libbing is something great, and I love ad-libbing. I try to, my best I can. I always get tongue-tied sometimes, but I try to get, ad-libbing, which is just, one of my favorite shows is Whose Line Is It Anyway? Y'all have seen that. Wayne Brady and, there's a gal and there's a couple other guys, and they give them something to act out, and some they're right on it, acting it out. And that's what I like doing. I like trying to do stuff like that. So that's what I want to try to incorporate a little bit in this Tales from the Holler. Now, Friday's episode is the intro episode, so it's not going to be as epic as most people think, but it's going to be something to let you know what it's going to be about. And it'll give you a little teaser of what's to be in store for you when we start rolling out more content for that series playlist. And everyone knows a vlog style video has to do with kind of the everyday life, or let you in, a more personable area of that content creator's life. Some people, that's all they do is vlogs. But we got something we're going to show off here in a little bit too. We're going to see who all's with us now. We got Miss Tina Ladybug. Good to see you there. So what is your favorite item to eat there during Thanksgiving? Is it turkey? Is it dressing? Is it mashed potatoes? What about sweet potatoes? Yams? Those are good. Cranberry sauce. The gravy. Lasagna. In Eastern Kentucky, we eat lasagna. We do. Outdoors with Big Matt. He's still with us? Sound off if you're with us there, Big Matt. Miss Tina is thankful. Yeah, thankful for life, exactly. Family, friends, and grandkids. That sounds awesome. No, I don't want to either. I'm not going to be doing it every day there, Greg. It's just going to be I'm shooting for like a bi-weekly vlog. So it's going to be a video every couple weeks that has to do with this series. And it could just be, like I said, Mandy and I doing some type of how-to video. Installing some type of whatever in our home. Installing a fill valve in a commode. We might do something like that. Or a flapper. Hey, you never know. We might just be outside on the porch drinking coffee, but still we're going to talk a little bit and just try to incorporate something like this in it. But it's going to be country life. It's what it's going to be. Grumpy Grunt's still here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Guys, we got 9 with us. Things are looking good. It's a good little live stream going on tonight. Appreciate y'all coming in. But one more thing I wanted to talk about real quick. And here in our household, we are what you call cord cutters. Now, years ago, we had cable. We had fiber optic cable. We had regular old coax. Years ago when I was a kid, we had an antenna, and you got 2 or 3 or 4 channels. Nowadays, guys, here in this household, we're cord cutters, and all we do is stream. And actually, what mostly we stream is YouTube. We watch YouTube, the channels we like to watch, what Mandy likes to watch, what I like to watch, and some mutual channels we like to watch together. But that's mostly what we watch. But as far as there's other platforms out there that we watch or will subscribe to or this, that, and the other, a little bit of Netflix, a little bit of Discovery Plus, HBO. There's all kinds of different streaming services out there, which are all great. Even YouTube has live TV. Yeah, fancy toilet lid. It does it all. That'll be good. Just now seeing you there. But yeah, most of y'all out there probably are cord cutters. Might still use satellite TV. Might still use cable. But even if you still use that, I have looked into YouTube TV before, Greg, and I did like a month free trial. It's good. The thing about YouTube TV is when you punch in your zip code, it gives you your locals. So, it gives me my locals for Eastern Kentucky. It'll give you your locals for your area, your local, affiliates. CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, this, that, and the other. But that's why I want to talk about streaming TV. I mean, and it's not, we all stream YouTube. We all have our YouTube channels we love to watch. And we put the content ourselves out there for that platform. We all stream stuff on Twitch. We all stream stuff maybe on Facebook. There's Facebook Watch. But there's other platforms with Netflix and things like that, Amazon. And, a lot of times people have a hard time remembering things. So it's always good to write down your passwords for these platforms and keep them in a safe place, because a lot of times you can't remember them. And a lot of people probably already know that and do that. And Google will save your passwords for you, and probably Apple will too if you have it all on your phone as well. But yeah, I mean, streaming with just an internet connection or a Wi-Fi connection, streaming is the way to go these days. And YouTube is probably the best platform as far as live TV goes, in my opinion, because of the package they have. They have quite a few channels, that you would almost watch on any satellite feed or whatever. And, here in the holler, a lot of times, they didn't run cable here, but I used to live in places where they did. We actually lived in more of a suburban area years ago, and we had, your Time Warner cables and this, that, and the other. But the satellites, DirecTV and Dish Network, we had both. Remember the old Prime Star? Guys, can you remember Prime Star satellite? I'm not sure if that was a nationwide thing or not, but that was something right here in East Kentucky and probably the South, I'd say. And even before that, remember the huge satellites? The huge satellites that turned, and you'd get like Satcom 3 and Comcast 6 and this, that, and the other. Hey, Rambling with the Brums. Good to see you. Good to see you. Unpaid Explorers with us too. Didn't see you. Good to see you. How you doing? J&J Adventures. Hey, how's it going? Jefferson says I find that by the time you need your password again, it's long gone if you don't write it down. Exactly right. Keep it saved somehow. But yeah, I think streaming is about the way to go. Whether it's just YouTube content you watch, or if you're trying to watch Game of Thrones on something, it's just it's to me it's the best type of platform out there. If it's on YouTube or if you're watching Netflix. J&J Adventures. I don't know if I say hello to you, but hello. Thanks for stopping in, Rambling. But is anybody in the chat, anybody listening in, have a favorite streaming service? And we'll exclude YouTube and any social media. But, whether it be Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever it is. What's your favorite streaming service if you use any at all? There's an awkward silence that happens sometimes when you're streaming and you're trying to read the chat. Hulu. Marino says Hulu. Hulu's a good one. I didn't speak of Hulu earlier, but Hulu is a good one. Yeah, but you don't want no awkward silence. You don't want, 16 people up on panel, with one talking. You don't want nothing like that. You want good quality bit rate. You don't want to drop frames, and your audio wants to be on par when it comes to streaming. Twitch is a streaming channel, I guess you'd say. I mean, you have content creation. It's kind of like YouTube. I mean, it's a live streaming channel. All live streams. Daddy Duck doesn't control the TV. I bet you don't even watch TV that much. I don't watch a lot of TV. I mean, I mostly watch my phone. How's Unpaved Explorer doing? That's another channel I'd love to collaborate with one day. I know he was in Kentucky hiking the Red River Gorge, probably back in the spring. So if he ever comes back, I hope he hollers at me, lets me know. Unpaved Explorer, Frontier Survival, collaboration. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, J&J. But yeah, Thanksgiving is upon us tomorrow. Gio says he gets to hunt Sunday too. Doing well. All right. That's great there, Unpaved. And then Christmas is close. Close. And Christmas falls on a Saturday this year. And I always get Christmas off, but Saturday we only work 4 hours anyway. It's kind of sucks because if you understand what I'm saying. Even though I went in on a Saturday to work 4 hours and no big deal. The Huntsman's with us. Evening to you too. There, the Huntsman. Good to see you. Appreciate you stopping in. Probably been here the whole time. Good to see you though. Good turnout tonight. 13 in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. We got doing all right. Tina Ladybugs telling us about Lowe's being open until 10 tonight. All right. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and paste the link. Anybody might want to come up on panel, talk to us a little bit about what they got going on for Thanksgiving, or if they got a channel, anything they might want to talk about. There's the link if you want to. The Marino said he's heard of the Huntsman. Miss Cecilia's been knitting a lot. Miss Cecilia does good on them knitting. She knitted a hat that I actually won. And that's going to come in great and handy this winter. Especially if I go on any type of excursion out in the woods. Thank you very much, Miss Cecilia. And she does great moderating too. But yeah, last week, like I said, the husband said he has, multitasking. Of course. Multitasking. Been sitting there probably editing, breaking down different stuff. That's all great. Because, we talked about that a little bit earlier, about breaking down the different live streams and how you can make standalone videos out of clips on live streams and this, that, and the other. And the husband's talked about that as well. Oh, yeah. Busy times, exactly. Daddy Duck said he's got to run. Thank you for stopping in, though, Daddy Duck. I will try and be back. That sounds great. Appreciate you, Daddy Duck 365. Great channel there. Go check him out if you don't have him already. If you haven't checked out his content, do so. Great channel, Daddy Duck 365. Oh, wow. Mandy's hit the door or something. Something's going crazy there. Miss Cecilia's, you're welcome. I've sent a few of them to others. Yeah, you have. I know. Backwoods Barbarian, he's had some. Got some gators. The gators are cool too. Y'all hear Miss Mandy? She's on the phone in there talking to someone. Yeah, have a great Thanksgiving, Daddy Duck 365, if you don't make it back. Thank you there, Miss Tina Ladybug. Yeah, saying hello to Miss Mandy. Thank you very much. Miss Cecilia, Jefferson's asking how your construction projects are going. Ashley Brady, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I'm not sure if I ever seen you here in the chat, but appreciate you here. Appreciate you coming on. But yeah, the thing is we're trying to do a balancing act here with the day job, and a lot of you already know how this goes. Y'all know how it is being a content creator, having a day job, getting the time to make content and still, keep the job flourished. So that being said, Tales from the Holler thing coming out, the intro video will be this Friday. Probably early morning it'll be out. The thing is, with that, we're going to try to throw a lot into that. We'll have other videos coming out that has more to do with the channel, with gear reviews and different things. But this being said, we're going to try to keep going with Dynamite Wednesday night, that too. Anything else we want to put out. But we're hoping that Dynamite Wednesday night does not suffer from this. But there might be times, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, that we might not do a live stream. We're trying to hit that 1K too as well. So we're not going to try to get, do that. But, holidays are upon us, things like that, so we're going to do our best. We just ask you to bear with us. Our great supporters that we have out there, we know that they'll bear with us. If there'll be a night, there'll be a week, there'll be 2 weeks, so we don't do Dynamite Wednesday night. We might try to live stream another time. on a weekend or something. Maybe just for an update. But we're going to get out content. We're going to get out stuff for Tales from the Holler. Try to still do Dynamite Wednesday night as much as we can. Every Wednesday night as we can. But you never know. I mean, that just being said, you know. And the husband right here says time becomes more and more valuable. And you have to have focus on the priorities. Family first. And that's it. You know, family is first. So, to reiterate, I just said, the family comes first. Then, you know, we're going to try to throw out different content. Curveballs coming your way. With a vlog series, with a live stream, and other edited content that pertains to the channel that you all have come to love. But there you go. You know, just Frontier Survival. Good old Heath Ward right here pouring his heart out to you, letting you know how much he appreciates you. Because I'm the good guy. We all know who the bad guy is. But thing is he a bad guy? Maybe not. He helps me. He does. But anyway, we got 9 in the chat. We're doing good. We're going to show off a little thing here. Apparently nobody wants to come on stream, and that's good too, because I can still sit here and talk to you for another 15 or 20 minutes and go to bed and have a good dinner tomorrow night. But I'm gonna stand up here a minute. I'll be right back. We're going to let it roll. We're not going to mute nothing. We're not going to turn off no camera. I'm going to grab something. I'll be right back. I'm going to show you something here real quick. All right, guys. Thanks for cooperating there. Appreciate you still here. We might have lost to 2 or 3 or 4. I don't know. Miss Mandy said 7 or 8. We just wanted to get up. We wanted to just grab a drink because we're parched. Good old Mountain Dew. And go to bed. No, I'm not going to bed.
You sure don't have to cook.
That's because Mandy's got it under control. Exactly right, Jefferson. That's right, Jefferson.
2 pies down. 1 to go.
Hello there, Miss Becca. How you doing?
Old mud tramp.
Yeah, Miss Becca Mudtramp. How you doing? Good to see you. Miss Mandy, she's in the kitchen in the other room there, cooking her little heart away, talking to us. She ought to jump on the chat and on her phone and just show us a little demonstration. Yeah, why don't you do that? Yeah, nicer, more friendlier, more better. We'll go all night. But if she does that, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if she'll do it or not. But I wanted to show you this thing right here.
Tomorrow's the debut, guys.
You guys see that? Omni Blade.
Hey.
Yes, Miss Mandy.
Tales from the Holler tomorrow.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Debuts.
No, it debuts Friday.
Oh, Friday. Sorry, guys.
But guys,
Friday. I thought that would be Thanksgiving. That's when everybody else is here.
there is Omni Blade. Check that out. It's a machete. It's a hatchet. It's a hammer. It's a saw and a knife. I almost think it's a gimmick. But we're going to show you this thing here. I had someone reach out to me. I didn't sign no contract, but I told them I would do an honest review on this thing. It's got a decent sheath, but it's got a couple snaps here. And if you're not in the modified bushcraft or wild camping, then you probably won't be interested in this. But I just wanted to show y'all what this thing is, and we're going to test this thing out. We're going to do a review on this and do a video. But there's the blade, and it is decently sharp out of the box. I have tested it out. And then you turn it over here, then you have an axe. And you have this thing right here that you can grab on the blade that's paracord, right? And use that as an axe. Okay, this deal right here, if I can get it in the camera, that deal right there, that's supposed to be a hammer. That might drive a tent stake, but it ain't going to drive a nail. And right there, guys, is the saw teeth. So you got a saw, you got an axe, you got a hammer, and you got a machete blade right there. Paracord wrapped here with the sheath. Omni blade. Now the guy that reached out to me on this said, hey, could you do a review on your channel? And I was like, sure, I guess I can. But you know, did I sell out? Maybe I did. But anyway, I'm not getting paid other than I get to keep this. When I do the review, I'm going to be out in the woods doing this review. I'm going to be chopping. I'm going to be sawing. I'm going to be cutting. I'm going to do whatever I have to see if this thing busts. If it does, then we know it's no good. Omni blade, guys. Check it out. Like I said, it could be just a gimmick. But wanted to show that off to everyone. And we'll see what kind of comments we got on that deal. Yeah, it's a big thing. It's a letter opener. Yeah, science fiction movie. That's probably where they got the concept from. But Omni Blade is what it's called. Yeah, we can send it to you. That'll be part of a 1,000 subscriber giveaway, maybe, as long as it don't bust, as long as it don't break or anything in the review.
I'll send them something.
Miss Mandy says she's going to send something to someone.
What are we sending?
I don't know, but you need to get on stream if you're going to talk.
Oh. I'm ready.
Well, I'm going to throw the link out there for you. Let you try to click on it one time.
Oh, I got a wet head.
Oh, she don't want to get on stream. Her head's wet.
I got on night clothes. I might tomorrow.
But
We might pop on and do a Thanksgiving special.
yeah, we might do a Thanksgiving special tomorrow night. You never know. It might be an impromptu live stream with Miss Mandy
It'll be the Heath and Mandy show.
telling us what
Ask
Omni
if
Blade,
they watch
guys.
If it's the Heath and Mandy show.
She's just in there talking.
Ask them. Would they watch the Heath and Mandy show?
Guys, would you all watch the Heath and Mandy show? Live stream.
No.
Marino likes Mandy the best.
Mandy is pretty cool.
And my feelings are hurt, but I won't let you know that, Marino. But
I
I do have, Marino, on a good note, I do have a video coming real soon on the question video that you asked me to do, that you tagged me in. Mandy, honey, if you're going to do that, you got to get...
I got new diamonds.
Yes, she got new diamonds for her birthday. She wants me to let everyone know that.
And earrings.
Earrings, an anniversary band. Guys, we've been married almost 22 years. Just coming May.
Now if I can just get that massager.
Miss Becca said Mandy is her girl.
Thanks, Becca.
She said thank you.
I wish
Hit-
somebody's here helping Miss Mandy cook.
Hit that link.
Hang on, Heath. Let my hair dry a little.
Well, you can't talk through the door.
I'll just clean up for him tomorrow.
I know, but you can't keep talking through the door. And that's exactly what a lot of people are talking about these days. Sometimes, you know, you never know what might happen in a live stream. You try to be as great as you can be. With video, audio, you know, this, that, and the other, talking points, keep things going. And then you just never know. Yeah, Marino says he can hear you good. That's great. Yeah, I know you can hear her. she's just talking up a storm. She might as well come in here and sit down beside me, or jump on her phone from in the other room. But guys, we've had a great stream tonight. We've still got 10 people here in the house. Um, I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving tomorrow night. Tomorrow, I keep saying tomorrow night. I don't know why. I'm always got that. I don't know why. Tomorrow, whatever it is you might have your dinner, whether it be tomorrow night or tomorrow morning or whatever. Grab this deal here and put it back up. But it's not a bad little sheath for the little thing, and I don't know. We'll check it out here. We'll be doing a video review on this thing pretty soon, so we can figure out if it's going to be a pretty good product or not. Now, the guy that reached out to me, I think I mentioned this, I'm not sure, but he did say that the first batch of these, there were some that broke. The blades broke. So we'll find out. He said this is supposed to be the better batch. But, I mean, like I said, it's an axe, it's a blade, a machete, an axe, a hammer, a saw, or is it just a gimmick? We'll find out. The Omni Blade, guys. Video review coming of that pretty soon. Maybe before the new year, maybe sometime after, but it'll be coming. Buckeye Bushcraft said he's late again. You're not late again. You're good. You're here. Hey, everybody. Backwoods Mindsets with us. Guys, if you don't know Buckeye Bushcraft, great channel there. Please watch him. But I watched Backwoods Mindsets live stream Monday night. I believe it was Monday night. Monday night or last night. I know I was there. And I tell you what, he delivers a great message, and he's got great energy, I think, in his live streams. I mean, so, real good channel there to watch. Backlash Fisherman's with us. Good to see you. All right, guys. We're going to introduce someone to you here. Here's the Huntsman for you guys.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, that's good.
Miss Mandy in there hollering.
One sec. You getting audio feedback?
I can hear you pretty good.
Watching that microphone setting. Good crowd around there.
Yeah.
That mic seems really sensitive.
Echo. They're saying echo.
Yeah.
That's better. Gio said that's better. I don't know what it is.
It's really strange. I think I got my microphone is working on two different things.
Oh.
I don't know why. There we go.
Now I hear a little scratching or something.
Yeah, I'm getting feedback in my speakers too. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm set up for Twitch.
Oh, okay. So how you been doing today?
Busy. Let me try something else here.
You got somebody waiting backstage.
I was going to stream this morning, and then oh geez, I was going to stream this morning, and then got
Yeah.
that new job. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, you
Good. I
started.
need to go back and watch your last video about how to get the views and get on their For You page and basically thing.
The recommended feeds.
Yep. I've been on TikTok too much apparently.
TikTok is actually a good place to grow right now.
Yeah. I was just
Let's
kidding.
see.
They called it a For You page.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to get my TikTok started. I got 157 videos I got to edit before December 1st. That's all that trail cam footage, so they're all
Yeah.
like 30 seconds long.
I guess somebody else wants to join us. Miss Becca.
Miss Becca.
Hello.
I'd argue that the Huntsman is leading the way when it comes to technicalities and growing. Out of all the YouTube channels that talk about growing a channel, I think the Huntsman leads the way by far with ideas, techniques, and stuff like that for sure.
Well, I think I'm doing a lot of experimentation with my channel though. Like I'm pulling some stupid stunts, like,
Mhm.
but I need that. I want numbers. I want to see numbers in that studio where we can prove what's going on behind the scenes of YouTube. You know, so you got to pull these stupid stunts.
I was just thinking, you know how you showed that video of the guy skinning the deer a couple months ago?
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe your channel wasn't demonetized or whatever they call it because you're a viewer watching it versus publishing it and getting demonetized.
Maybe, but blood is blood.
That's true.
And the guy that allowed me to play that video, he never got demonetized for any of that content.
How big's his channel?
It's fairly good size. It's a lottery with that stuff.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the people that are getting those videos demonetized, they're getting flagged by like vegans or anti-hunters and things like that.
I noticed on TikTok there's a guy called the Modern Warrior. He's like a tribal member, the guy, and he's been bragging and posting it. I've been watching it, but it's like he's almost bullying a lot of white people into this stuff in a way. I report for bullying, but I never win.
Right.
But he's gotten numerous channels taken down, and I think that's because he's such a big following that he has so much more power than we do.
Oh, that happens. The more you draw, the more power you gain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I've had people try to take me down, can't do it.
But I'll say this: I've had 10 of his videos taken down though for bullying, and one for fraud.
Technically, if you really dive into YouTube's terms of service, there's no way I should be able to have a channel with the shit that I do and say.
Yeah.
You know.
And I looked on Facebook the other day, and one of the outdoors channels was skinning a beaver and skinning nutria and skinning all this stuff live on Facebook, and I was thinking, how's that allowed? But then I go into the details, and hunting, trapping, and fishing is allowed on there.
Yeah, it's always a lottery. But there is a whole group of anti-hunters out there that will flag videos and you know that whole thing, and a lot of the top hunters that's one of the fallouts for them is the anti-hunters. They're just going to get trolled all the time, death threats and everything. It's crazy. People get crazy.
And then the same guy that's doing the skinning on Facebook, he mentioned in one of his videos because it started coming after him, and he mentioned if they're going to take your videos and try to push anti-trapping and go in there and report him for animal abuse because they stole your video, and then they'll get it taken down. And it works. Because they steal only parts they steal is when they're in the trap and release them and saying it's cruelty, this and that. But if you're reporting for animal abuse, it gets taken down.
Yeah.
So
it's a slippery slope we're on right now with what you're allowed to do and what you're allowed to say, and I mean you're talking about a way of life. It's not that we're going out there hurting animals for the fun of it. You're not talking about sociopaths or psychos going out there just killing animals to kill animals. You know.
I talked about that on my TikTok a little bit about we aren't just killing animals to kill them. We utilize the meat and we utilize the pelts, and if we're trappers, we utilize the meat, and if we don't utilize the meat, we utilize the pelt. But we take the meat, and then we either bring it back to nature so nature can feed on it and get stronger. That's the word I use, get stronger, by feeding on it. And then, but I didn't mention that we go kill those animals too, but, then they get stronger. So technically, we're not just wasting, we're not in it to kill them and waste them.
No, you keep it within the circle of life. I mean, everything has a cycle, you know.
Yep. I mean, I left a possum out there, right? And within the week, the cows came and ate it and dragged it 14, 15 feet out in the field, and the legs were gone, the guts were gone, part of the skeleton was there, and some of the fur was there. But yeah, they ate it.
Yep.
So it's the circle of life. They teach that in Disney movies?
Yeah. Nature wastes nothing.
That's right.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And I had that same philosophy whenever I'm out in the woods doing the builds, or whenever I'm doing the whitetail maintenance. Nature wastes nothing.
Yep.
And now I have this dilemma with HB's herd. HB got hurt on this last rut, and I put that clip out where he was wrestling. Well, it's after the wrestling match. I didn't show the wrestling match, but he hurt his hind quarter. Now, it's not a life-threatening injury, but I'm not allowed to interfere. You know, like I can go out there and I can work with that herd and I can feed them through the winter because there's just no farmland around here. There's no food supplement for them, so I don't mind doing that.
Yeah.
But at the same point in time, like this past 2 years, I've backed away from that herd because they were getting so desensitized to my presence that I could walk up on a live stream. Yeah. And I mentioned that in this upcoming mini series that I'm about to release, that they were so desensitized to my presence in the woods that I was creating a danger.
Yeah.
And people don't understand the impact that they have on what's going on out there. You know, remember when Leave No Trace was the thing? Yeah, and that was everybody was leave no trace. Yeah, well, you always do.
Yep.
No matter
it's
what
like the people, like the conservationists talk about. If you feed the animals, you're desensitizing them to danger of humans. Therefore, they become a problem. Then they got to get killed and put down or moved. And then if you move them, they come back and get killed because they come back to the cities. So.
Well, yeah, you see, how that storyline played out was I was really, really getting close to HB and getting some great footage of him and the fawns and the whole herd. And then we went into last winter and the calling happened. So I go up there to do my normal routine and all I find is blood everywhere. So my first thought is poacher.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting at home at night, laying in bed thinking I went up there and desensitized those deers and made it just so easy for poachers. And poachers went in there and killed my herd because of me. And it wasn't until I got a hold of county officials to find out that it was an official calling because the population was getting too high, which I agree with. You got to manage.
My brother shot an elk this year that had an arrow in its. He thinks it was right around the spine area. A small arrow someone shot into him up in the mountains. Well, he ended up killing that elk. He saw him on trail camera, but that's something hunters do too. They're not going to not shoot an animal that's legal, that's injured. They're going to majority of them are going to shoot and take that deer, so they're not hurting anymore.
Right.
And we still harvest them. We still harvest everything from them.
I mean, I fully support hunters, but I also think there's a lot of shit hunters out there that are bad shots. And whenever they'll injure an animal and they're too fucking lazy to go put that animal down. And
or they shoot it with too small a weight of an arrow, or they shoot it with too small of a caliber. It just it's not. They're not.
Especially bow hunters.
What I'm looking for.
They got pussy arms and they can't have a good draw and they make bad shots and it's bad. And and then I got this new thing with the rise in the outdoors channels and especially social media with I don't want to mention her name, but I got one that I support who just goes state after state and she doesn't fill her tags because she's going after a trophy buck for Instagram.
I have an idea who it is.
And I'm like,
channel recently.
I'm like, well, if nothing else, you could always mount your empty tags. You know.
Yep.
And I actually got into discussion the other day with within that following, because I'm torn. I'm like, I hunt for meat, and I fully support going out and if you get a trophy buck, but I think a trophy buck should happen at random. It should be an organic thing, not something that you plot and plan.
Meat holds more value to me than the antlers do. But if I can go out and get a big body deer with big antlers, I'm going to do it. But if I just have to put food on the table, I don't care what the antlers are like. But I'm still going to utilize the antlers, take the whole animal, the antlers, and all that stuff with it.
Yeah, it's just I just there's something cringy about it. It's just my gut saying you're just out there for a trophy and not because you're coming home empty. You'll come home empty-handed and hungry if you don't get your Instagram photo. I have a problem with.
That drives me nuts when they do something just for Instagram. Let's sit 10 feet back from an antler thing and lean their antlers up and then make it look like it's a giant deer. And it's all to make themselves popular over the internet. That's not when they call themselves internet famous. You're not famous. You're famous on the internet. You're not out there making trillion-dollar movies. That's
I
more
think
famous to me than internet stuff.
I think that idea of online following and parasocial relationships that comes with it, it's like I told her, it'll feed your ego, but it won't feed your belly.
Yeah. Unless you're like Flair with like 2 million something, and you're pulling in 1 million views a video, and then you're making something. But now they demonetized him, so he's making even less. So he's not going to be able to survive on it. I just watched a video where he came out. Where he said, "I came out with the GuggenSquad.com because of stuff because they just demonetized his video today."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
No.
I don't. I learn from other people's mistakes whenever it comes to depending on online revenue, because they'll demonetize you anytime they want. And then what?
And I think that's part of the younger generation is all they want to do is play video games professionally, or they just want to film and be internet famous so they don't have to do anything. Well, in real life, you have to have a job security thing. You have to have a real job, and you got to have, if you want, you can do the internet, but you got to have job security, and your real job's that security.
Look at what I do. I mean, I film for the Huntsman channel. I have a day job. I just switched my day job to a higher paying day job, and then I still stream video games. I mean, I do it all. And then I got people out there saying, well, one day you're an outdoorsman, the next day you're a gamer, the next day you're talking about getting a day job. And I'm like, well, why can't I do all of them?
And here's the thing about doing all of them. It's interconnecting all your channels and it's growing all your channels together so they all feed off each other. Therefore, you get a bigger following.
And
you're not limiting yourself.
Well, it's the same message no matter what the content is. Is just have a work ethic and go out there and do whatever it is you want to do. It doesn't matter the content. It doesn't matter the genre. It just whatever it is you do, go do it. Sometimes I sit around and play video games. I might as well live stream.
I still once in a while play video games. I mean, I play more on my phone now than I do video games, but I still have a PS3 in the other room that I'll play on if I want to.
I'm not banking any. That's just my downtime. I'm just live streaming, having fun. Yeah. Now I take Huntsman series a little bit more seriously because we're going into the 5th year for that channel, and that's a huge investment and a lot of money invested into the series. So I take that a little bit more serious, and the content serious too. So whether we're doing a Friday night show or
the majority of your viewers view in for the hot tip on what the next big thing is going to be, the next how to grow your channels. I think that's one of the things they view in for.
Yeah, I want to do the research so y'all don't have to.
Yeah,
and that's the approach there. And if I can experiment with that channel, I will. They hate it when I do experiments on the channel, though, like that 40-hour live stream just to see where the demographic was. The demographic was in a 15 years age range, and it did not go out to anybody else other than that for 40 hours. Now that's not subscribers; that's from unsubscribed, where YouTube was pushing the content.
So
when it comes to the topical matter,
push is all screwed up too.
Well, it's the topic. Where the topical matter is where they target the audience at. Like this audience, like the 20-year-olds are not going to ever be fucking invested in outdoors content, survival content. There's a demographic for that, and YouTube knows exactly where that demographic's at because of viewer analytics, demographic analytics. They gather all that information all the time. So the entire outdoors community as a whole, if you take it as a whole, that's 35 to 55-year-olds. And anybody younger or older than that ain't watching. So they're going to target that specific demographic. And if I put out gaming content,
I'm 26, and I look at it as I'm one of the last age groups within a few years of me that are even interested in the outdoors, which is a sad way to look at it, but that's what I see more and more is I want to go play video games instead of going playing it in the outdoors.
Well, look at what Les Stroud is doing. Les Stroud became aware of that, so he's developing his own survival video game.
Right.
And Les Stroud lives in Oregon, where I live.
And then you can look at people like Elon Musk, who says he doesn't agree with our traditional schooling system. He thinks that you should make learning a video game, because you can get kids to play a video game, you can't get them to learn.
I mean, look at the military. Most of the drones are flown with a video game controller now, and the computers. So.
Oh yeah, the military, they love these first-person shooters. Your eye-hand coordination, you're getting to know the weapons. I mean, everything is realistic as far as the weapons, the gear, the ammunition, how to assemble it. And they make it as realistic as possible. You're training future soldiers by playing those video games with insane eye-hand coordination and reaction time. It's
crazy watch some of it. I get the channel called the Military Channel, or now it's called the Heroes Channel. But watch that channel once in a while. Watch the old show Future Weapons with like Mac Richard Makowitz and some of that stuff, and just watch some of the stuff develop and how it's going from in person to flying on a PS5 controller, or not PS5, but a place. What is it? What is that? Green one, the green system. The Xbox, flying on an Xbox controller, and they're flying the drones, and then they type a thing into the computer, and then they shoot the missile, they drop the bomb from the Reaper drone. Like, it's just crazy.
And then you got the other side of it. You got people that have enough money to do it, like Alex Zedra, who is huge in the outdoors, but she takes the weapons from futuristic video games and has them custom made, functional weapons. So, like, a manufacturers can already look at these video games and say, yes, we can make a gun that looks exactly like that, functions exactly like that, and take it out on the range. She's really getting into that business now, behind the scenes of videos and just going out to a range shooting all the time. You can bet your ass that she's in the pocket or in bed with those companies to develop these weapons. Yeah. Because if you can make a futuristic gun from a video game, and then you got this whole generation of kids that know exactly what that gun is and how it works. You can take an 8-year-old out. You can take an 8-year-old out that played the video game, and he knows exactly how to shoot that weapon on a live range.
I remember
it's a scary world.
There's a lot of scares, and people were flipping out about the composite guns, like the ones that are built on a 3D computer. That was a whole ordeal, and then all of a sudden that just went gone. It was gone, all the information, but it's probably still out there. I'm sure it is.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely still out there. Once it's out there, it's out there.
All the hype behind it's gone because they don't want out the public all.
Yeah. There's still companies printing those guns up.
It's like the movie, what's that movie with, Clint Eastwood, where the guy shoots the president with a little composite gun.
Damn, that's an older one.
That's an older one, yeah. And then he's like the Secret Service agent, and he has to jump in front of the bullet in the end and stuff.
Yeah.
To save the president.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yep.
It's been a long time, though.
It's a good movie, though. It's a good movie. In the Line of Fire.
Yeah, it is a scary world that we're living in now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, imagination's becoming real faster and faster and faster. But that's what content creators, that's what we do. You take your imagination and make it real.
PlayStation systems, how real the screens are getting compared to like the old Xbox Ones where you play on it, it's like almost you see all the digital what is it? What do they call it?
Pixels and everything.
Pixels on the screen. Now you can't see pixels.
Everything back there was DOS, and even on my Twitch channel, we went back to a 1978 DOS game, you know, in the earliest parts of the channel, and played that, and it actually went over. We had a lot of fun playing that game. From
those games are really fun to play.
Yeah. And then what I was going to do this morning was, because I'm streaming the Breath of the Wild content, I can take Breath of the Wild on the system that I have now, and I can actually reshade the entire game while I'm live streaming. So we were going to discuss video quality because Big Matt, he is constantly trying to help other channels out. I mean, and it doesn't matter what they're talking about. Amazing. Yeah, all he does is try to network and share and support everybody he comes across. And I love Big Matt for it, and I think it's honorable that he does it. But he shares some of the most shit stream content I have ever seen in my life. Like
he literally shares everybody.
Yeah,
that's like part of the problem. But
all the way down to the bottom of the garbage can, Big Matt will share it. He doesn't matter if you're a complete shit show. He gonna help you out.
Yeah.
But he's
a good person for that, but still.
I've seen some of them, and I'm like, okay, I get that Matt's trying to help a friend out, but they don't even have a thumbnail. If you look at the stream, they have this big bright light behind them that's like blurring out their face.
That's my problem with where I do it in the garage, and when it's dark out, I only have the garage lights or I have a backlight, you know? And that's about it. If I don't have the garage light, it can't see me. So it's
so whenever
difficulties, but
the biggest advice for those smaller channels is you got to work on your quality, because a guy like me is not going to tune into you.
Oh no,
I'm not gonna. No. And I wanted to see if I was just being a dick, you know. So because it's me, I had to check myself. So I went and I Googled how important is stream quality to gain followers or subscribers. And there's a ton of subreddits for YouTube and Twitch where they were talking about if your stream quality, your lighting, and your audio is bad, it's bad for the audience themselves, and they're just not going to stay tuned in. They're not going to follow you. So the idea of just turning the camera on and going live, that's not enough.
I literally
Like,
took one of those old overflow lights, put it behind my phone, and put it in my face, so I'm almost blinding myself. Then I can shut the backlights off, but I'm lit up. It helped the
right,
sun. I mean,
right.
I'm blinding myself, but still.
It's just a little forethought. I mean,
Yep.
if just look at it, Frontier's quality has improved
Yep.
tremendously. And Big Matt, his quality's gone up a little
hmm
bit, but he needs a better webcam. But other than that, I
I
think
just go
he's
off my phone, so that's all I have right now. And I mean,
yeah.
that's all I got for now.
Well, that's how I started.
Yeah.
I actually stream all of my outdoor streams are on an iPhone,
hmm
and the quality holds up pretty well. It's
hmm
just the processor of the phone,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, one day I don't even have a computer, so like I can't even like edit that. I have to do it all on my phone, so that's part of hindrance. But I mean, I do
Yeah,
it on InShot a lot. I just don't save. I save it, and then don't go into saving it through the actual app, because if I do that, then they watermark it. So if I
yeah.
don't save completely, they won't watermark it.
There's a smaller channel, Yankees Outdoor Adventures,
Oh
hmm
yeah.
and Yankee is a guy that can take a smartphone, Android or iPhone, it doesn't
hmm
matter, and he can edit the shit out of videos, add special effects to it,
I
no
mean, my
watermark.
college, my local college has classes on iPhone photography, iPhone editing,
Hmm.
like stuff like
Oh
that. So
yeah,
if you want to just go pay for a class, you could do that.
and it's actually, if you're going to go the iPhone route, there's actually a whole long list of things on YouTube that if you just put filmed exclusively on iPhone,
hmm
then it goes into that category.
hmm
Because there's movies being filmed on nothing but iPhones. The problem I run into with iPhones whenever I'm filming with the iPhone is the memory fills up really fast because I'm
Yeah.
saving it at 60 frames per second at 1080p.
Mhm.
That's a lot of memory. So you can't have anything else on the phone that you're
I
using.
think that's what I'm saving mine from InShot onto, but it might be 40. It's the one that's already set to. But I noticed on my Android Note, if I go into my camera, I have all the same settings that would be on a digital DSLR on there.
Yeah.
Like I have FS or whatever that is, the focus, the lighting, all those details. If I wanted to get into it, I could.
Yeah, no, I would be careful with going in excess of 1080p on quality because
Yeah.
most people will not like a lot of my audience watch on mobile devices, and the
Mhm.
mobile devices don't have the process done to stream higher than 1080p.
4K and stuff like that.
Yeah, the 4K shit. I mean, it sounds. Oh, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do in 4K, and
I
it's
mean,
gonna
I
be
look at it
okay.
as just a marketing
YouTube
ploy.
won't even allow you to monetize a live stream in 4K.
hmm
Right.
Because the audience is too small. They can't. They just don't have the connection to stream it. It's going to be a shit show for them. They're going to drop frames. It's going to be pixelated. So you think by jacking your quality up too high, you're actually lowering the quality for the
And that's what I was just going
average
to ask.
viewer.
I've noticed if I put back in the day, like probably 6-7 years ago, when I would upload stuff, I would watch stuff. When it says 4K, it would be downgraded. But then I would get like a
Mhm.
different phone, and I've noticed it's better. I've noticed that if you upgrade too high, it actually makes it worse than 480p.
Right.
If you do it too high.
But YouTube is I think YouTube is one of the Facebook might do it, but I know YouTube breaks it down into about 5 different quality categories. They just hit that cogwheel and they can adjust
Yep.
their resolution. But why even bother with it? I stream in 720p at 60 frames per second.
Mhm.
I'm not even at 1080, and my stream quality is just fine as far as I know. I don't have complaints,
I'll
and
be
I'm
honest,
only
I've never
using.
gone back and watched my live stream, so I just
You
put it
should.
on and what it's at. So, but
You should. Always
for sure.
watch it sounds weird, but always
Mhm.
watch your own show. And I do that because I'm a narcissist, but I also do it because if I don't enjoy watching my show, I don't expect anybody else to watch
Yeah.
it either.
You hold
If
yourself to a
there's
high standard.
Yeah, so always go back and watch your stuff because that's how you're gonna
Learn.
if I change this, if I do that, if
Mhm.
if I move the light 3 inches, it would have been so much better. And you make
Mhm.
those tiny little tweaks and just try to progress over time. But yeah, my advice is always go back and watch your own shit. Not only does it improve the future content, but you
Mhm.
also get the views and the watch time from your own views and watch time.
Mhm. It's interesting too. I used to go live with you guys in the living room. Now I'm in the
Mhm.
front room, and there's actually a light right here with kind of like the old school light with the flower vase type look to it. It's literally right behind me, and my whole face is lit up. It's
Yeah,
only light in this room.
your quality right now is perfect because you got that front light coming right at you.
Mhm.
It's a nice soft light. And then you got me with this dark ass room and the contrast is higher. And then you got Heath. So you got the three different qualities.
Yep.
You're about mid range. He's a little lighter and a little brighter and a little crisper. Dark and moody. And then you're like perfectly balanced. So
And
right
it's
here, this
also
screenshot is
There you go.
all what you want your room to portray too. Whether you want it kind of a darker, moody, or you want it brighter, or what your channel's about too. Like you're the huntsman, a little darker aspect of it. Frontier
Yeah, and
survival,
then
you're going to be a little more brighter. I'm going to be general outdoors, so I kind of want it in between. So
yeah, I think your stream environment is a reflection of your general personality.
yep.
But people look at this and they're like, the fuck? But that's
I
exactly
like
what
it.
I
I
was
think
going
it has
for.
a lot of detail, and I think it's actually pretty cool background because it has a lot of different feels
This
to it.
is
It holds a
this is
different
my
audience.
life story, you know. It's
And
this is a this is like this room here is it's really like a journal. This is just a
yeah,
large treasure chest of my life, and it's
and
very interesting life.
I pretty sure I can even see a bear there. So I mean, it brings in all different people from all different walks of life to your channel that can relate to something in the background. Therefore, they come in and watch you, and then they relate to you through maybe something in the background, or they relate to you
Right,
directly. So it brings in
right.
different audiences.
And then you like the little tweaks, like the lanterns and the
Mm-hmm.
candles. So when I have all that lit up while I'm streaming, there's
Mm-hmm.
that glare because the contrast is so high,
Mm-hmm.
so it makes the behind the chat window glow.
Yep,
So the chat has
I've
this,
noticed that. That's really cool.
and I plan this out, and it's just like the tea light candle that goes on the sword. So you have this
Mm-hmm.
fire glow on this side, and then you have this one tea light that
Mm-hmm.
that where that sword meets the podium.
Mm-hmm.
And so those tiny details, I think about it. I think about how high this is turned
Yep.
up and how high it's turned down. I always have it
Because
right about here.
what you just
You
did
don't want a
there,
lot of
straight on,
headspace.
it's completely different environment than if you
Yeah,
tilt it up a little bit. Completely different look.
Oh,
yeah. Because if I come down here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm nice and centered, and then if I tilt it up, then you get those two lanterns and the skull in the background. Now
Mm-hmm.
you don't, as a stream, whenever you're streaming, you don't want it like this. Like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to have all of this headspace and
Yeah.
make myself look tiny. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the back wall is not the show. It's not the host.
right.
You want to make sure they're
That's
looking at
just
you, not everything in the back.
yeah. So if they do see that deadhead or
Mm-hmm.
anything that's above, then it's by accident, and
Mm-hmm.
and you want that element that there's more
Mm-hmm.
that you can't see, and that message always tries to come across. I always try to put that in my channel
Mm-hmm.
that there's always something that you can't see that you don't know. I'm not telling you everything.
Like I literally almost would put money down on the table and say you placed every single thing in that what I'm looking at right now specifically there for a specific reason.
Yes.
Everything.
Oh, yeah.
What
Because
what
from watching
what
your
I
channel, you do
did
everything for a reason.
what I did was I actually turned StreamYards on or
Mm-hmm.
Streamlabs on, and I
Mm-hmm.
had the camera running, and then I placed everything in the room based on what I was seeing on my
Mm-hmm.
computer screen, and then I changed my lighting and contrast, and then
Mm-hmm.
like before I stream, like I'll
Mm-hmm.
spend an hour in here moving a candle one way or the other on this stand over here because of how
And
it
that's
might
what's
affect
gonna
the
make
show.
that's what probably made your channel so big is you're so focused on every detail, whereas other channels, just kind of do a few things and call it good. You focus on everything.
Oh, I see people just sitting at their kitchen table in a messy ass room, or they're sitting in their bedroom. I mean, how many streamers do you see sitting in their bedrooms with clothes laying on the bed? You know,
Nobody.
it's just
That gives off laziness vibes.
I know.
yeah.
I know a couple Instagram streamers that do that.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah, I know a couple too. They're drunk off their ass. They get more drunk than I do. Props to them. You got to give them props, you slurred
Yeah.
speech motherfucker. I only do that in the third hour of my live stream.
Now
Not
I've
the
watched
beginning of
Trapper
it.
Jay. I've watched him go use the drinking as a benefit. You donate to the stream, I'll take a shot. I've watched him do that as a benefit to the channel
Oh,
versus
I should
just
do that.
which
I
is
should do that. I should. Well, over on Twitch, you have subathons.
Mhm.
So, and what you do is you put a timer up on your live stream, and every time
Mhm.
somebody subs, it adds 15 seconds or whatever to the stream.
that must be
So,
new since I've been on there.
oh, you make a lot of money doing that. Well,
Because
along with
I used to go
subathons,
on
like
there and follow a girl in Germany that plays guitar a lot.
for every 10 subs that you get, you take a
Mhm.
shot. People will sub to you left and right just to get you drunk on stream.
And then
And
also
that's
then you have the
$5
raiding
a pop.
too. You have the raids too.
Yeah,
Which is
and
awesome.
Yeah, and I know my last stream, it was insane, dude.
Yeah.
I started streaming early in the morning, and I'm like,
Mhm.
Frontier's at work.
Mhm.
Everybody that I know from YouTube is at work because we
Mhm.
all work. I'm not
Mhm.
going to have anybody in this stream. I'm going to be sitting here talking to myself.
Mhm.
Nope. The first 15 minutes of the stream, I made over $100 in
Yeah.
subs, bits, donations. I'm like, who the fuck are you people?
They're all the other streamers that'll get bored and go watch the
They're from the
channel.
Philippines. They're from
Mhm.
the Philippines. They just wrapped up their streams and they're just chilling out for a little bit before they go to bed. And then
I think.
after they went to bed, Europe came in.
Mhm.
And after Europe was
Yep.
about to leave, I'm like, I'm done, guys. I've been streaming for
See,
5.5
I
hours.
streamed, what is it, 3 p.m. West Coast time one day,
Mhm.
and I had somebody from Kazakhstan. I keep talking about that. That's probably the furthest away, like in the Middle East. He tuned in and started talking to me, and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah,
Middle East, I mean, middle of a
I
village.
always love that aspect. Like I had people from
Yeah.
Scotland, from the Far East, like the Philippines, especially the Philippines or
Mhm.
India, Turkey, Pakistan. I'm like,
Mhm.
y'all have Wi-Fi? You know,
That's the way I am. I'm like, you have internet?
they're like, yeah, and we're spending it on you, you asshole. And this stuff costs money over here.
Yep.
But yeah, it's awesome having a worldwide community and people
Yeah.
all over that have a common interest. Like it doesn't matter where they're from. Like the people that come
That's the great
tune
thing
into
about
the
time
stream.
zones too. Different
Yeah,
time zones in the world, you have different categories of people come in, different
yeah,
places.
yeah. It's just like yeah, like if I look at my studio, the best
Mhm.
time to stream on YouTube is 8 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
I'm like, no, it ain't, because I'm at work at 8 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning. You know, but I'm like,
Well,
how am I supposed
everybody
to hit that?
should be at work. Not everybody is right now, but
No, no. So
we
there's
don't
a
need to
lot
get
of
into that.
no. We're not trying to put anybody down tonight. It'd be
No.
too easy,
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be the first one you put down. No, I'm kidding.
probably.
Heath's just sitting over there quiet.
Yeah.
Hey, Frontier, you can join our live stream if you'd like.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what it is. The first half is me, and the rest is whoever wants to come on, and I just sit here and chill out.
He's like, you can sit in my house, just don't get too. He's like over there moderating.
I mean, he's probably just sitting there sucking it all in
He's taking notes.
slowly.
Oh, you know that's true, Anthony.
Taking
Yeah.
notes. Yeah, I love having a worldwide audience. I love having people outside of the genre that have different interests because you want to get to know them as a person, not as not as their content. And I think
And you can talk to the people.
yeah,
Get to actually know them personally and have
yeah,
the full context of the conversation. Whereas on Facebook, all you're doing is reading a text and you don't know how to necessarily react to it because it could be angry, it could be positive, it could be negative, it could be anything. And
right.
people get in heated arguments because there's no
There's no
there's no
context.
emotion to it.
Right.
So
I think it's the same with VODs. Like the comment sections of a lot of videos, there's a lot of debate in comment sections and stuff like that because everybody's interpreting that VOD different, and there was no live interaction where you could just explain yourself or each side explain themselves. I love getting viewer feedback. I love people popping up with random topics that is completely unplanned and hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that?
That's why I like YouTube. Is that if I am completely lost in something, I'll be like, there's a circle trap that I have, and then there's a square trap, and I thought, the circle trap cuts off about that much on each corner. And I went on YouTube and was like, do you think an animal looks at it and be like, I'm not going to go in there on land? Does that make a difference? Do you think that little bit of circumference or area makes you think, I'm not going to go in that because it's smaller hole, or I don't know. What's your guys' opinion? Have you used them? Have you not used them? I just do kind of a poll thing, and that I got more comments on that than any other of my videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's majority rules.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot of things that we do in the outdoors is majority rules. You just sort of go with whatever the most people say. Well, this is my experience, and because you're just following the evidence, right? If you have 50 people saying it works and one person saying it doesn't, who are you going to believe?
The 50 people that work, it works.
Right.
But here, I noticed something today that someone that was in one of the communities mentioned someone was doing something wrong, and this person's been trapping for 30 years. Well, the person that's using the product was like, it works for here because you don't know where I'm trapping this, so you don't know where I'm putting these drags out to catch the ground so these cows don't run away with my traps. First, like, you don't need that thing. It's too big. It's a waste of time. And I was thinking, and they just started attacking every person that commented. I'm like, but you've never been there. I don't care if you have 30 years. You don't know what it's like. Of course,
yeah, you're not taking in the environmental factors, and there's so many factors. And
I'm in Facebook jail, so I couldn't get into it. But I would have been like, how the heck do you know where she's standing? Can you pinpoint on a map where she's standing? Drop a pin. Let's see it. Like, come on.
Yeah. And with trapping, every 10 yards it could be a whole different setup.
Yeah.
Something's in the way, something's changed, something's different. So you have to. It has to be every single trap, or if you're just hunting or tracking, every single time that you're out, it has to be completely clean slate. You got to adjust to those factors: the environment, the weather, time of year, the shit that's around, everything.
Kind of going back on this subject and kind of off the subject, but I think the reason you'll understand in a second, but the reason your channel's so successful is because people, if you stop learning, you are never going to succeed at the most modern, thing, the new world. It's evolving. It'll evolve without you, basically. You'll be stuck still. Everything will evolve. If you don't evolve too, you're going to be left behind. And the second you stop learning, you know nothing. And that's why your channel succeeds, and that's why you can't always expect something's going to work the same way every time. And you got to go hunt with a clean slate, trap with a clean slate.
Yeah. I think every time you approach your content, it should be a clean slate. But like with my content, I enjoy outdoors videos. I enjoy live streaming. I enjoy all of this. And I'm just like, I'm aware that the platforms, the companies themselves are pushing for live content. We're here longer.
Yeah.
The audience will stay here for hours, whereas watching a VOD, they're just going to skip through.
Yeah, they're going to skip 10 seconds, 100 seconds, and so on. Just go click.
They're just going to get the highlights.
Yep.
So now, from a business standpoint, if you monetize a 5-hour live stream, you know how many ads are in that live stream?
A lot.
You're talking 50 plus ads in a show. So it's something to pitch to those marketers. It's something to say, hey, we got a 5-hour video here. How many videos do you want to put into it? They're jumping all over that.
Yep. I noticed that with another platform. I forgot what it's called. It's a different one that I kind of put some videos on, but that's kind of left. Everyone was going over there because YouTube was changing. But what you can do is you could pick the category you want, whether you own the video completely or they can send it out and people can buy into it or stuff like that. And I just thought that's kind of what YouTube does. But over there you have more freedom to post trapping outdoors and all this stuff. And I was thinking, the only drawback to that is there's not a lot of viewers over there because it's a smaller platform. Yeah. So, your name's not going to grow fast, although you may have the first channel or whatever and get a lot of subscribers in the long run. But is it worth abandoning all your followers on TikTok or YouTube or Twitch? Or I don't think so.
Now with my approach, it's for some reason the ones that are trying to follow what I'm doing, they overcomplicate it. It's not complicated. When I'm on Twitch, I'm making content for that particular audience. When I'm on YouTube, I'm making content for this particular audience. But I'm also building the bridge between the two audiences, which is
you can draw between.
Yeah, which is it's the evolution of like you have two different types of content, and you're getting them to fucking have a baby. That's what I'm doing. Like I'm cross-pollinating content, which has taken over a year to do, and I've lost subscribers because the development. I thought it was going to be easy. It's not.
Yeah. When I was younger, I never understood the whole evolving. I always thought, I was kind of stubborn and thought, if they want to watch me, they're going to come to me. But that's not always the case. You got to put out what they want to watch, or
that's how I got my number one troll. Was I switched content and he took offense to it.
I remember watching.
I'm like, this has nothing to do with you, and it has nothing to do with the outdoors audience. This is a whole different audience. I'm not saying follow me.
That guy's so self-centered. He thought that you were going to spend all the time, or you're doing it because of him. In other words, you're changing because he doesn't like it, so you're going to do it. Or it's about him, not.
I think a lot of that is
his name is Stan.
I think a lot of that is Stan can't do it.
Yeah.
They're like, I hate you because you're 1,000 years ahead of my type of content. I'm still going to.
Or your skill level, or what you're doing. You so far ahead, I can't even imagine what you're doing. Like it's so far out there. Like is that even possible? You know, it just blows their mind.
Well,
Well,
what I'm trying to do, like I said, with cross-pollinating content, was I had to build the outdoors audience because it's going to be filmed in the outdoors. It's going to be
Mm-hmm.
streamed in the outdoors. We're going to have the survival lessons in it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you add in the gaming aspect to it because you're putting that twist on the outdoors
Mm-hmm.
content, and it goes back to Elon Musk,
Mm-hmm.
where you're taking uh, real life survival skills and philosophies, and the outdoors are applicable knowledge, and spinning
Mm-hmm.
it off into a video game where you can teach kids who are actually interested in it.
Yep.
So if we're out in the woods, sitting on our ass around a fire and
Yeah.
talking about survival, kids are not going to tune into that. But if you're
No.
out in the woods and you're playing this
With knives
game,
and yeah,
you're
yeah, the
playing a
game.
game that
Yeah.
they can control. You
Mm-hmm.
can teach these kids old school lessons in a new school way.
That's probably one of the reasons the Hunger Games movies were so popular. It's like they're just playing video games.
But
The Hunger Games where they
okay,
go
the
out like
Hunger
hunt
Games.
each other.
I worked with Lionsgate on the Hunger Games. You know how the Hunger Games marketed that movie?
Video games, I imagine.
They made an interactive website where fans
Mhm.
could upload photos, gifs, videos,
Mhm.
and there was upvotes. There was prizes and rewards for people that got the best promo out on the internet. They
Mhm.
made the audience promote the movie by turning it into an online game.
That's thinking with your noodle. That's genius.
That's all.
Because if
And
you can
they
have them
didn't have to
fight
spend
over
anything in
who's gonna,
marketing.
then your views are gonna go from here if they can fight over. And each people's gonna be like, I want mine out. I want mine out. It's just gonna go boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Your views.
Lionsgate spent zero money in online marketing. They had the audience do it for free.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I mean. If you could do that and have a competitiveness to it, it's just gonna go boom, 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 boom. Your views.
Turn
all
it
the way
into a
to
game. Offer prizes, and that's exactly what I mean. I got my prizes sitting right here, all stacked up, like 14 karat gold prizes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this applicable to an outdoorsman? No, it's an element from a video game, but it's 14 fucking karat gold.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I made it myself,
I mean,
so there's that connection too.
Yeah.
This is handcrafted stuff from the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I get, but I've screwed myself development wise because it became more complicated than I originally intended and much bigger. We're looking at 200 miles of wilderness that we can live stream from, that I have access to, including national park area where we have trails, we have bridges, we have architecture, we have old ruins, and all of that stuff that comes into play to give it that gaming feel. So we're not just out in the woods where you see nothing but trees and we're sitting around a fire doing nothing but cooking food. No, we're looking at old ruins with historical context, like it's an old mill or it's an old lock where
train trestle bridges, train bridges.
Yeah. Yep. And so you get this local history, you get treasure hunting, you get the wilderness survival, you get
there's
wildlife
a channel like that. It's called Mobile Instinct. The kid goes to like all the murder scenes, like back in the 1910 Jaws, like inspired Jaws. He goes to Mount St. Helens. He goes to all these places and looks at all the old historical sites, and that's all he does. And I've picked him up because he looked at Mount St. Helens and went up there and looked at all the houses that were buried by lava flow, and that's all he does is move around and look at murder scenes. The L.A. snipers or whatever, or the L.A. riots, all sniper stuff, back the murderers. They go trace all his steps and look at it all. That's all he does, and it's awesome.
Yeah, because I mean, you want that sense of adventure, especially now in the world that we live in now with post-pandemic, and everybody's still sort of staying home. We're going in the winter; people are staying home. So if you give them a sense of adventure, and that was always my problem with bushcraft survival was they come up with this dramatic title, but from beginning to end, nothing dramatic happens. They're literally just sitting there.
Clickbait.
Like, where's the adventure part of this outdoors experience that you're having? Where's the wildlife? Where's jumping off a cliff? Where's trying to ford a river? Where's the adventure?
I remember watching one of Flair's videos, and he said I was looking for specifically these big 10-inch worms, bass worms he was fishing. He put the thumbnail as a big 10-inch worm. I watched the whole video, never used it once, and I was like, I unsubscribed from him that day, and now I'm back subscribed. But like I unsubscribed for like 7 months because I was so upset. Like I was looking for something specific, finally found it, and he didn't even use it.
They come up with some bullshit thumbnail or some bullshit title, and nothing happens. It's annoying. It's just like you hype yourself up trying to make it this dramatic thing, and there's no drama to it. But even whenever I'm out there, like with the Polar Vortex stunt or the live bushcraft build series, the entire 7 months we did the live bushcraft build series, nothing dramatic happened. There's no drama there.
The majority of the time outdoors, it's just hanging out, building stuff, and there's not a lot of dramatic stuff. Unless you run into like a predator that's going to actually not clickbait.
No.
Like
I told him, I said the whole point of being in the outdoors is it's boring.
Yeah.
It's quiet and nothing happens and there's no
That's
rush.
what I like. It's quiet.
Yeah, this is anti-drama. You're trying to get away from drama, not make artificial drama or
trying to get away from the city stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out here and put my life on the line for YouTube. Shut the fuck up. No, you're not.
It's like those thumbnails. They have a pile of rocks and they're like, I turned this pile of rocks into this sword, and it has like 1.8 million views, and you're like, how's that even possible? But people watched it, 1.8 million views. Do they even have common sense to realize you can't turn a rock, like just a regular gravel rock, into a sword?
Rock and sword. Yeah.
And they get like 1.8 million views. I'm like, what the heck?
Well, look at okay. I have an experiment happening right now. I released 2 videos yesterday. One of them had a dramatic title, a clickbait title, and the other one had an outdoors-based title. The clickbait title has 3 times the views.
That's so.
Now I did that on purpose. It's both outdoors content, and if I haven't responded to him, but Corporal's Corner got on my personal Facebook page and said when I read the title, I thought Joe Robinette did something. No, had nothing to do with him. And I have another viewer, he who shall not be named, that I know watched that video thinking I was talking about him.
What did I do? No.
And another one thinking I was talking about them. So they're going to watch the video all the way through looking for a name drop. Sorry, buddy.
If the shoe fits, the shoe fits. I mean, come on.
But they think it's about that. I'm like, if you think it's about you, you might want to get the fuck out of my crosshairs.
Yeah. You know? I'm pulling the trigger whether you're there or not, so you might want to move.
Yes. Chances are I'll host a 5-hour live stream and just beat you down the entire time. Like there won't be nothing else to it. And I ain't got nothing better to do.
Bulls don't discriminate. If you're in the way, it's going to hit you. So move out of the way. I'm pulling the trigger either way.
Thanks for watching, asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
But that was I did that on purpose. Like the title was "He's at It Again." Well, who the hell is he? Yeah. I was talking about myself. I'm an egomaniac. Because they fit
themselves to the word "he," whereas in reality, he could mean anything.
Yeah.
Anything. Mythological, real, fake, otherworldly, aliens.
Yeah. Whenever the title just says "He's at it again," the audience interprets it as a huge question mark, and they're going to click on it to find out who he is. And it could be anything or anyone. And come to find out,
I was intrigued.
Come to find out, it ain't nothing but me talking about my goddamn self because I'm an egomaniac. Shit, huh? Disappointed. Everybody was disappointed. They're like, "Oh, he gonna go after somebody." No.
It's one of those words that has such a broad meaning that people put themselves in your shoes.
But think about the psychology behind that.
When it's not.
Think about the psychology behind that and why people clicked on that title. They want drama. They want some shit to go down. They're tired of boring. Yeah, they're tired of boring. And then I put out an epic clip of HP, just trail cam footage, like a 30-second clip of HP, pure outdoors content, no voiceover. It's just pure nature. Caught on a trail cam, didn't perform at all. Like
I gotta be like, oh my god, he did it again. And
like you all say that, oh, I'm all about the outdoors and all. No, you're about finding out who he is.
That's right.
And I got the proof. Yep. You're about the drama.
I got the statistics right here.
Yeah.
On this video.
Clicking on the drama, not the nature shit.
Yep.
So I know why you're watching me. Don't worry, I got drama coming.
See, and I tried to think about that, but at the same time, my other aspect of my thought process is, do I want to sit here and get attacked by a bunch of people? I don't know. But do I want the views? Hell yeah.
That doesn't really happen to me. It's usually a one-on-one thing.
Yeah.
And the audience will gather around because because it's like 2 guys going out in the parking lot at the bar. Yeah. Like all your friends are going to gather around. That's what makes that circle around the fight. But they ain't getting involved in that shit. No, like y'all just have at it. We're just going to stand back here and watch. And
now the thing is, we're going to sit here and take our phones out and film it. Like
I had that experience online. I had a real life experience where me and my sister,
Mhm.
we had just finished watching Monday Night Raw
Mhm.
and decided to go for a walk.
Oh jeez.
And this car drives by, and they yell out "whore."
Hmm.
Well, I knew they weren't talking to me,
Mhm.
so I flipped the car off. Me being me, they
Yeah.
pull over, and
I did that here. I flipped off. They stopped. I was like, oh god, I'm running in the house.
7 guys pour out of this car like it was a clown car. 7 guys were piled up in this. I'm like, what were you doing, sitting on each other's laps?
A little
And
2-door
then
car.
y'all holding each other in there. Well, these
Yeah.
7 guys get out of this car, and it's me and my little sister.
Yeah.
And I guess the little alpha of the pack steps up, and he goes, "Did you just flip me off?" And I just didn't say anything. I just walked up to the guy and lifted up my middle finger and shoved it right in. Literally shoved him back with my middle finger. I said, like that. So he's like, "I'm gonna kick your ass," and I'm like, I said, I said, "You don't want to do that because you're gonna be walking home."
Yeah.
And he goes, "The fuck are you talking about?" Well, then he tried to swing at me. We get into, and of course it goes to ground and pound.
Yeah.
All his friends, the other 6 guys, got in the car and took off. Because they didn't want to get in trouble. They didn't want to get in trouble. They knew the cops were going to get called because we were in there was a lot of people out. They knew somebody
Once
was going
there's
to
an
call.
opportunity for them to get in trouble, they're gone.
Yeah.
Because they can get in more trouble because of private warrants, felonies, and all this other stuff.
So cops get called,
Uh-huh.
and all that, and the guy ended up walking home, just like I said he would. Just because you have all your friends don't mean nothing. They gonna
Doesn't
bail
mean
on
they're
you.
going to back you up.
They gonna bail on you. You think you got an army, you don't. And that happened with
They
that
aren't
little.
about the thug life.
That happened with the guy who said he was going to shut down the Huntsman channel. Oh, I got all these people back. No, you didn't. They ain't getting involved in your shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have copyright strikes on the Huntsman channel. I got all these people lined up giving Huntsman. No, they didn't.
They think they're going to be thugs until it's time to do thug stuff or thug shit, and then they're going to leave.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like,
Well,
oh.
I mean, whenever it comes to copyright, you're talking about a legal document. Like that can go to court.
Yeah.
This ain't a comment that you can delete. This is something that you can fight in court and get sued for. Because if you're wrong, and I take it and I challenge it in court, which I would because I'm dick, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose.
I mean, why not at that point if you're gonna win?
But yeah, content creation, it gets that serious. And whenever you're talking bigger channels, you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
That they could lose because somebody's butthurt. They're not going to get involved.
And the people that are you could have all these different videos you could pull up, be like, this is not the type of person I am. This video proves it. That video proves it. That video proves it. That video proves it. You know what?
Yeah.
If that's not evidence for you,
fuck yeah. It's just like
judge is gonna be like, you win.
It's the same scenario that it was back then when all those guys got out of that car. You're going to be walking home.
Yep.
Yeah, because they love watching the drama. They don't want to be involved in it.
Yeah.
And I see that a lot on YouTube. They're like, we'll watch the drama, but I'm not getting directly involved. I'm not going to go troll the guy. And I tell people don't troll Joe. Me and Joe have this unspoken symbiotic relationship. We feed off each other's channels.
It's like you were talking about in that live feed that I was watching a couple months ago. You talked about how you work with another channel, I think, specifically, and you guys kind of build each other up, and you're friends, but you also act like kind of you're not friends because it draws the views in.
Yeah. It's pro wrestling. Mm-hmm. You got to have a bad guy. Mm-hmm. And you got to have the good guy. And if they feed off each other, they play off each other, the audience loves the show. And it doesn't matter who they're rooting for. It doesn't matter if they come to your channel and say you're an ass or you're wrong, or it doesn't matter because what the audience is saying doesn't. You want them to say that. No. I'm the bad guy.
You say something, then they go watch what their response is. If they give a response, then they go back to your channel because you respond. They just go back and forth.
It's the bounce.
Numbers go up.
And if they come to my channel and they say you're an ass, I know I've done my job.
Yeah.
As the character that I am.
Satisfaction written across it.
Because if I wasn't good at doing what I do, you wouldn't be watching in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, So it's all about the view, and it's about that sense of adventure. It's still a sense of adventure. It's drama. It's watching professional wrestling. It's watching these two guys go at it in a different arena, a different ring, and feeding off
Especially
the
modern
crowd
day wrestling, I should say.
and feeding off the audience. Like if
Yeah.
they come and say something, I might pull one of them out and say, because everything's potential content. I'll read the comments on my videos at times and say, this guy's a twat.
Yeah.
And then that guy, hey, I saw you on a live stream calling me a twat. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for you watch my channel. Thanks for the extra $1 or 50 cents, whatever I get on that video. Thanks for bringing thanks for putting money in my pocket. In other words.
Yeah, it's like douche. Every time he uploads a video, he thinks he's going to grow this new channel.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he uploads a video, those old videos of me going after him get views.
Get views because they start figuring out who you are and they start looking for him.
No,
or they know who he is and they look for him.
No, because he's trying to grow his audience. So whenever he uploads a video, the recommended feed, my videos got more views than his. So I'm being recommended off of his content. So they're like, wait, I'm going to subscribe to this guy. Let's go over here and look at this first.
Mm-hmm.
So they come over and find out that the guy's a total creeper. Mm-hmm. They're not going to subscribe. So
I've been trying to get my content attached to other videos. By looking at the analytics, I'm trying to figure out what to post, what to do, and that's the thing I'm trying to figure out now is how to get it so my channel is suggested under other videos. Only thing that's been suggested is stuff's getting suggested under videos that I've put to private, which doesn't do me any good.
No, private videos don't do you any good. Private profiles don't do you any good. Well, like if you're on Instagram or Facebook, or if you have a Facebook group or Facebook page and it's private, that doesn't get into a search algorithm. Yep. People can't find you. Right. It's private. They can't see anything.
Well,
if you're on Instagram,
there's like a controversial video that I had to take down because I didn't want the negativity of it, and I was like, I'm starting to hear stuff from people that I don't want to, necessarily tick off. So that's the only one that's under it. I was like, gosh, it's under my own video that I have controversial. The other guy said leave it up. One guy said take it down. I was just like, It's like
I don't privatize any of my stuff. Like especially Instagram or Facebook. Yeah. Don't set your profile to private because nobody will be able to search for your stuff. Mm-hmm. And then like on YouTube, I mean I have close to 900 videos and I don't know what I said in most of them, but we're just gonna let it ride. It's like whatever. And I get people commenting on stuff that is like 3 years old, and I have no context in my memory because I've already swapped out. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I made
a video the other day because I remember you talking about, how you got to mix it up. So I made a video basically showing me feeding the squirrels and petting my dog and saying, if we're such cold-hearted killers, how come I'm feeding the squirrels and giving them unsalted peanuts so it doesn't hurt them? Feeding them, fattening them up for the winter, all that stuff. And they called me, they basically went on and said, well, don't smoke crack. What is it? Something, don't smoke crack. It's bad for you, I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah, that's a thing. They think all us rednecks are just meth heads. That's a new thing. It's like whatever.
They all think we sleep with our sisters or something, our cousin.
Yeah, it's come up with a new line.
I know, right?
I don't know. The world is weird.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I'm sorry you're jealous that we have land or we go in outdoors or whatever the subject is for outdoors. I'm sorry that you don't have that and you're stuck in a concrete building all day. I mean,
yeah, they're just trying to feel relevant. I mean, especially if you do things that other people can't do.
Yeah.
They almost take offense to it. Yeah. If you're putting out a world or a life that they don't have, people get jealous, man. Mm-hmm. And the more successful you become, the more they hate you for it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. When I published my video, I started getting comments on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I was just thinking, it's bad, but it's getting out there. They're getting my name out there. They're talking crap, but my name's getting out there.
Yeah, it's pushing it because it's jacking up the analytics. It's jacking up the engagement rate, and and then the platform itself. You don't worry about the audience. You worry about what the platform's doing.
Yeah.
Even bad press is good press.
Yeah.
So if the platform is seeing a lot of engagement, the only thing that the platform's worried about is how many advertisers can we push this to, and is people going to see those ads?
Mm-hmm. So
that's it.
The risky stuff is the good stuff.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you might lose your soy boy audience. You know,
Yeah.
I've pretty much already weeded out 90% of the outdoors community because they're all soy boys. They like the PG stuff. Then they're not they just don't want to be. They don't want to be guilty by association. They're still gonna
That's like
watch.
that's like TikTok. I see kids on there acting like they're country boys, and I'm thinking, well, everyone wants to be a country boy until they have to do country boy stuff and get their hands covered in blood.
Right.
Or they got an animal, or
They don't even have.
giardia or whatever because your hands are in the guts of animals. Everyone wants.
As far
They
as
don't
I'm
want to
concerned, they don't even have country mindset.
No, they just
Like,
wear
there's
those
no-
because they think they want to be country to their friends, or they think
There's
they're gonna
no-
get the country girls.
There's no. Well, look at the pillars of country life: family.
Yep.
You know, man's got certain things that he needs to do. You need to support your wife. You need to support your kids. You need to,
Mhm.
you have responsibilities. And
Mhm.
if you don't, you're a white trash piece of shit.
Yep.
You know, I mean,
Now,
you can go.
if I'm white, I'm a white supremacist.
Oh yeah, I can't wait till I get into that genre.
Yeah. No.
Let's talk
White
about Kyle.
supremacist, but
I'm gonna have
I
Kyle
guess
up. I'm gonna have Kyle up on a live
considered
stream.
the oppressed now, but
I don't feel very fucking impressed.
either do I.
Not a fucking thing that happens out there in the world interrupts the flow of my day. I'm still
Nope.
making my money.
I mean, I was one guy said something right, and I was thinking, what are you gonna do? Come through my screen and grab me?
Oh yeah,
What
that
are you
keyboard
gonna come
warrior.
find me in the world? I could be
Like,
in a whole other country. You don't know.
I'll PM you my address.
Yeah.
And now
Someone said that. I PM'd an address in Portland, Oregon, 20 minutes from me, some random address. I was like, come get me. They're all
No.
like, oh my God, you gave out his address. Let's go get him. I'm thinking, that's not my address.
the open invite is I'll give you my address and I'll give you 48 hours. When you show up, I'm going to live stream it. That's the deal.
Yeah, they won't get with the 10 feet of your house, I bet. But
No, I'm serious. I like. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go, I'm going to live stream it because at least if I'm going to go jail whooping your ass, I'm going to make money doing it.
yeah.
I'll give you my address.
Yeah.
If you think you still got it,
I wouldn't want your address. I don't want to do that.
I'm like, if you think you still got it, and it's going to make, because as far as I'm concerned, even if I lose, it's still one hell of a show.
Yep.
Yeah. And if I did lose, I'd probably make more money because Huntsman finally got his ass kicked. That's still a golden ticket for me. Like, I'm going to be laughing all the way to the
7
ER.
million view video or something. I don't know.
I'm going to be laughing all the way to the ER like I was just on Jackass,
Yeah.
Let's make some content.
Yep.
Step up, But
There's times I give them my address, I'm thinking, they talk about shit, and then 5 minutes later, or another day later, they're talking to me like, you were right about this or that, which we're talking about. I'm thinking,
yeah,
weren't you just trying to kick my ass?
Once the anger passes and they think about it, they're like, yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Or, and the other thing you'll run into is you'll get a guy that will go after you and attack you or downgrade you in the comment section or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then after you get a little bit bigger, they come back wanting to be your friend again. No.
Mm-hmm.
No. You turned your back on me once. You don't get a chance to do it again.
Yeah.
So
fool me once. What does that say?
Yeah.
Fool me once, something, fool me twice.
Yeah, I've said it time and time again. I value loyalty above all else. You might think I'm wrong now, but if this goes over and it turns out that you were wrong, don't come back wanting to be my friend.
Yep.
If you weren't at me, if you weren't, with me and stuck with me through all the shit, I'm not gonna pull you out of your shit.
See, I found more friends, true friends, through bad friendships, because I end up gaining some that's true, and then I ditch the bad friendship, and I've had friends that are my best friends pretty much, and I knew them through a bad relationship or friendship, and now I don't look back at all. Like, I gained the best friendships I've ever gained through that stuff.
Some of the best offline friends I've had are the guys that gave me scars.
Yep.
Because I mean, you get the measure of a man when you're face to face. You can't do it online.
Oh, yeah.
It's easy to sit there and type a couple sentences out trying to be a tough guy, but once you meet the person, it's like,
yeah,
hey, leave.
Yeah, well, see, that's okay. We go back to that country boy thing. Respect has to be earned. It's not something that's just freely given.
Right.
Like, and if you get into a bar fight with somebody, that's like an easy way to get respect from the entire town, not just from the guy you're scrapping with. you know that yeah,
Let
there might be
alone
a
the
little
girls kind of be like, hey, he won. I like him.
yeah. Oh
You don't
yeah,
know.
that just throws them straight into heat. Like, 'cause they don't want to admit it, but they're not going to date the loser.
No.
You know, he if he loses the fight, chances are he'll be dumped within 24 hours
And then
because you
he gets out, the
humiliated her.
guy gets the girlfriend anyways that he had.
You humiliated her. I just feel bad for the guys that are married, and
Yeah.
their wives are stuck with their douche ass. Like
Yeah.
you humiliate her. You get your ass kicked left and right, and she's just secretly ashamed of you, like
She won't
forever.
tell you.
She's not going to tell you, but she's ashamed of what you become in
Yeah.
in that 5-minute bar fight.
Your man card revoked.
Yeah, yeah. Your nuts just turned into ovaries, boy.
Yep. You no
It's
longer have a ding dong. You have a yeah.
yeah. See, it's the world hasn't changed really. Like instinctively, people haven't changed. They're still
No.
going to go for the alpha dog. The girls still go
Yep.
for the alpha dog,
Yep.
and they
We
don't
go
care
for the
about
bad
anything else.
boys.
They don't care about anything else.
We
There's
know
still
Pete's a bad boy with that big beard. He's on there after a motorcycle riding down the street.
he over there laying in the corner like a garage dog, like he all innocent. Look at Mandy in here and have her tell some stories.
Oh yeah. She won't come on. She's got wet head.
Yeah, instinctively the
I thought
world
that was
hasn't
called
changed.
bedhead.
Bedhead, that's a
Was
good
that from
song.
Yeah,
Bed?
man. But I'm gonna probably end it here in just a few minutes, guys. But
We're talking about Heath. Now he's gonna end it.
No, we've spotlighting you, brother. You're stuck.
am I stuck?
We done took over the show.
Going a couple hours. I just figured, gotta have some
2
time.
hours.
Gotta have some time with the wife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's your guys' plans for Thanksgiving tomorrow?
I got a big meal planned. I know that.
We do too, but we're beef eaters in this house.
There we
I
go.
got
At least you know where your food comes from.
Yeah, I got a turkey in the freezer, but we're having beef for Thanksgiving because we like beef. So we're eating London broil and all kinds of shit with that, and I'll be doing most of that cooking. Tomorrow will be my last day off work, and she's got that one vacation day, and then I go right into a gauntlet of a crazy work schedule for the next 2 weeks. I don't even know if I'm gonna be cranking out content. I just don't see where I have a time slot.
Do you think that your absence is gonna boost the views at all?
It always does.
They're gonna start looking for your stuff.
It always does. I'm like, oh, you missed me. But I do have content already loaded up to the channel. It's already set to release for December 1st and December 2nd. That's done.
I have some that's coming out December, and I have stuff way out. But I actually filmed it early last month. It's just I put it out every Wednesday now instead of every day. It's too much work every day.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna pull on Netflix and drop a whole season. That December project, it'll be a whole season, just like Netflix releases. 15 videos. I'll release like 15 videos on December 1st.
That works out.
And then I went back through my channel and I got the HB footage from the very first time I ran into him all the way through. And then I made a documentary just for that deer because I don't think he's going to make it another year or two. So I want to get him.
Who the no-name guy?
What's that?
The hater?
No, my deer.
Oh.
My deer.
Oh.
The huntsman buck. I've been filming that same deer for 5 years. And he's probably 7-8 years old. He's going to die old age soon.
No, yeah. Might as well
so I wanted to get a full documentary just for that one deer on film and tell his story before he passes. Because he's
that'd be good.
Kind of back to that subject about the dumb deer. So my dad shot a deer this year. He shot the rifle, hit the deer ran off. The other deer just looked up, looked around, continued eating. That's a dumb deer for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That doe didn't even run off, he just looked around.
Bedhead.
No. That's watching someone talk about, like, on TikTokers trash talking Sitka gear, right? How you have to have all this latest stuff, and then he's talking about, well, he used to go out there with plaid shirt, jeans, and an orange hat or whatever, and go kill plenty of deer.
Oh yeah.
And then people, all Sitka fanboys got upset.
Oh yeah.
But that's the way
I
it
mean,
is.
everything that I do is in jeans, jacket, and cowboy hat. You know, I ain't
It
going out there
doesn't
being
make
all
much difference.
camoed up.
If you're quiet and the scent's covered,
I don't even do sun control.
I mean, it helps. It's not the ultimate factor, though.
The best scent control is just campfire smoke.
Yep.
Mhm.
One of the
I'll
oldest
cover up
scent control
anything.
things. Oldest scent covers is smoke.
Yep, that's a Hannah and Jeff Barron thing. They always stand in smoke and they always get their deer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a ritual. You just get some
That goes back to the
pine
Native
or something
Americans doing
green.
that stuff.
Get some pine or get something green that's
Mhm.
going to smoke up a lot. Just smoke your clothes. That'll linger on you forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a lot safer than whatever the chemicals that are in that bottle. You know.
It's the original hunting cover scent of the 16 or 17 whatever hundreds.
Yeah.
1800s.
Yeah, campfire smoke, and it's free.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. Y'all have a good night.
I'm getting yelled at from other rooms, so.
Have a good one. Appreciate you coming.
I'm getting off too, so.
All right, bub. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, guys. Hey, that's the Huntsman. That's Anthony Rubio Outdoors. Great guys there, great channels. Appreciate them coming on. We've gone for about 2 hours, guys. We still got a couple people with us. Do appreciate each and every one of you. We had some people come in late there. Wildman 307 Outdoors. Please check out that channel. A few others here and there. Please check out Marino's Mysteries. He's been with us. Miss Cecilia, Tom Ritter, Tita Ladybug, my wife, Miss Mandy. They all been here. They've all come and gone for another Dynamite Wednesday night. Appreciate you guys. Guys, remember, Tales from the Holler coming up Friday night or sometime Friday. Happy Thanksgiving, you all. And remember, you got to have drive to survive.